Whether your pet is furry, feathered, slimy, walks, crawls, jumps, or swims, it's time for the Pet Project.
Who let the dogs out?
With your host, Tammy Trujillo, we'll tell you all about your pet's wants and desires. So stay, sit, and enjoy the Pet Project. And now your pet-loving host, Tammy Trujillo.
And we are talking about one specific dog, the great Kuma. Kuma, this dog is the most beautiful Rottweiler in the world. And Kuma has just had a very serious surgery. And part of her recovery problems has been that the surgery, because it was so costly, it took a while to get the money raised for the surgery. And on with us right now is Tristina Bowen. And Tristina is up in Utah with the Animal Care and Canine Rehab Center. And Tristina, that was the issue, because not only was the injury a serious one, but the fact that Kuma had sat for so long.
Absolutely, yes.
So her leg just was all atrophied to the point that the surgery wasn't the only thing you had to deal with, the correction from the surgery. You had to get that leg back in action.
Right.
How's it been going?
It's been going excellent. In fact, I don't know if Josh has told you, but she's got her own Facebook page. It's under Operation Kuma.
Yeah.
And if you get in there, you can see actual footage and video of me in the underwater treadmill tank with her. It's a tank, and you climb into it with the dog, shut the door behind you, and the water raises up. We raise the water up, to about chest level of the dog, which takes off. It keeps the dog buoyancy, and it takes the weight off of their joints, but it still is giving them full range of motion. And also, it's against the water, so it builds up muscle because they're straining against the water, but they don't have the weight on their joints. And so it's incredible what it does. When I first got in with Kuma in the treadmill, of course, she wouldn't put that leg down at all. I mean,
no
it was
way.
almost seized up and like I said, completely atrophied. So I literally had to pull that leg down, massage it while we were in the water, and then force her to use it as we turned on the treadmill. And it took a couple of times before she was comfortable enough to put it down, because I'm sure it was extremely painful.
Oh, yeah.
And then also with, her pain medication. But after about the fourth or fifth time, we finally got her to start toe tapping. Now, toe tapping to us is like a miracle, because that means that if they're toe tapping, then their brain is being re-triggered. See, a dog in her condition, what happens to a dog if they quit using a limb? In their brain, it's just like it's been amputated. They don't use it, they don't think about it, and they don't realize it's still there. So in the treadmill, what we're doing as well is, building up muscle and trying to get this thing to heal, we are re-triggering her brain to remember that she's got 4 limbs instead of 3.
Oh, wow.
And so as soon as we start to get toe tapping, we're excited because we know we're, on the downhill climb of having, complete healing going on. And so after toe tapping, then of course, full paw placing, and so now she's putting, she's bearing weight on that thing, I would say, at probably about 95%.
Oh, that is
weight.
tremendous. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of, work for her as well as, Josh at home, and as well as us getting in the tank with her, because you had to force her to use that leg, to remind her brain that she had 4 legs instead of 3. And so, but as a result, her progress is incredible, and we call her our little miracle story, because she is, like I say, full weight bearing at about 95% of the time. And now what we're doing is we're just trying to get the muscle built back up so that you've got complete full healing, and that there's no chance of re-tearing that ACL. And we're also trying to keep the other side strong, because there is, and this sounds horrible, but there's an 80 to 90% chance that her other side will tear as well, because of the weight that's been placed on it, and
the extra stress of carrying everything.
Pardon me?
The extra stress of carrying the whole
Absolutely.
dog. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so that's what we're doing right now. We're trying to keep the other side, well and healthy, as well as healing, the surgical side. And so it's a huge, big thing, because like I said, 80 to 90% of the time, the other one will tear.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so we've got this, whole ordeal to do all over again. But the nice thing of it is if it does happen, we're right on board. We're right there. We can get the surgery done immediately, and the other leg is completely healthy. So we're not taking a longer time to try to heal it. When you've got an unhealthy leg with lots of atrophy, it takes longer to recover.
Tristina, thank you so much for joining us on
welcome.
the show, and thank you for the great work you're doing. This is amazing.
Oh, you're so welcome. We just love Josh and Kuma.
Absolutely. Well, we love them down here too, and we'll be checking back with you. We want more updates as we get through this process with her.
Perfect. I'd love to keep you updated.
Okay, it's a deal. Tristina Bowen with the Animal Care and Canine Rehab Center up in Utah. Operation Kuma. That is the Facebook page. You can go, you can see the videos, and you can make donations to help Kuma out.
CRN travelers relax at the beautiful